Hi guys, my name is Nonima Digela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about Ukhet Vusimatlala. I'm even scared. I'm even scared. Angithi thina sijwayelela miguluku to the 5 IQs on the Senzo Meyiwa case. Hey, labanye lava, I'm so scared. Scary to talk about them. But okay, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm not saying anything that people don't know. I'm reading from the newspaper, okay? Ket Matlala, if you come across this, ngiyithatha ephepheni. Ungaxabani, ngiyithatha la ephepheni ke. Thana sifunde bafo. But before we do that, guys, please make sure you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure you are subscribed on the channel. You are watching the videos up until the end, and you are watching everything that is on this channel. And please make sure you are watching the ads. They help financially on the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. This is what's happening with Vusiket Matlala. Since the 14th, today it's the 16th. This is what they posted on Sunday World. Police forced witnesses to name Vusiket Matlala. That's what it's being said. We know this has worked in other instances. Sometimes it did not. Sometimes police do this, sometimes they don't. But let's see. Let's read this. Let's read this. The Independent Police Investigative Directorate, IPID, has been asked to launch an urgent investigation into the police political killings task team after two state witnesses in the attempted murder case against businessman Vusiket Matlala filed complaints alleging they were coerced, threatened, and intimidated into signing false statements that implicate him. It happens sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. But they better be like Undanzi on accused number 2 and accused number 1, which is Usmia, there by Senzo Meyiwa, because one of they had details as it better. The witnesses are funeral parlor owner Peter Phoko and Matlala's ex-girlfriend Dora Ledile Babo. Phoko is apparently pivotal to disputing Matlala's defense that payments of 120,000 from his company to the daughter of one of the alleged hitmen were a loan for a funeral. Whose funeral? The state claimed the money was connected to an attempted hit on former Mubango actress Tebogo Tobejane, who survived a shooting in October 2023 in Johannesburg. Tobejane suspects Matlala was involved in her attack and the murder of the whistleblower. Oh my God. Vusi. Nalapho khona fethu. Okay. Where was I? And the whistleblower Gauteng health official Babita Deokaran, who has raised concern about his company's tenders and Tembisa Hospital. Okay. Phoko alleged in his June 3rd affidavit that he was threatened into signing a false statement on May 22. Phoko said his ordeal began with a call he received from a cop inquiring about a funeral document. Aye, man. Aye. Familiar much? The next day, unwell at his girlfriend's home, he received another call from an officer named Korombi. He requested to meet me to clear something up, Phoko said. He said the meeting quickly turned menacing. Two unmasked Mercedes-Benz Vionics arrived, carrying officers, some in balaclavas. They interrogated him about a burial receipt. Korobi and an officer named only as Sitole requested me to accompany them to the police station so that I could be placed under arrest and placed with murder, and charged with murder, attempted murder, and kidnapping, Phoko stated. Though not assaulted, he said he was terrified. I was threatened verbally and I was in fear of being arrested for a crime I did not commit. Sitole began taking my statement by asking me numerous questions and expecting my response to be a yes. He threatened to arrest me, and because of the threats, I was forced to cooperate and thus made a false statement under duress. Okay. Okay. Poco, who has a medical condition that prevents him from reading or writing, alleged he signed the false statement under duress. Wait, there's a medical situation, there's a medical condition that prevents you from writing or reading. Okay, I'm going to check it out. What is the name of that? Papa, with whom Matlala has a child, stated that she was targeted for her knowledge of his personal and business affairs. In a complaint filed by Casey Reddy attorneys on her behalf, Papa accuses officers from the Silverton police station. It can't be Silverton again. You are involved, Silverton? Why these crimes happen in Johannesburg and the next thing Pretoria is involved? Okay, let me read. Let me read. From the Silverton police station of unlawful, abusive, and unconstitutional conduct. Papa said she was lured to the police station under the false pretenses on May 26, believing she was to provide a statement on child maintenance. She said the officers told her they needed an affidavit from her as Vusumuzi Matlala is scheduled to appear for a bail application, she stated. Soon after the interview started, it became apparent that they were not interested in obtaining a statement from me. They became aggressive and used foul language and started threatening me, Papa said. When she asked for her attorney, officers allegedly retorted, even if your attorney can come to the station, she would not be allowed to see you. Well, they advised me that if I know what is good for me, I will do as they say, failing which they would arrest me and lock me up. They placed handcuffs on the table and in front of me. They then confiscated her phone. They placed it in a plastic bag and indicated they were confiscating it as evidence. They had a laptop computer and started typing statement, and some of the things mentioned in there were not correct. I was instructed to sign it and succumb to their pressure. She was then taken home. They started interrogating my domestic worker and forced her to depose an affidavit. Her legal team asserts her constitutional rights were violated and has demanded IPID take all appropriate steps. During Matlala's appearance at the Alexandra Magistrate Court on Monday, the lead investigating magistrate court on Monday, the lead investigating officer, Sergeant Hlengi Wembele, testified that Matlala has been arrested at least 11 times, although most of the charges were withdrawn. His record includes charges such as motor vehicle thefts, 2000 to 2011, and 2011, housebreaking, 2001 to 2012, unlawful possession of firearm, 2016, and attempted murder, 2018. IPID spokesperson Palati Shuping said she was unable to comment because the complaints could not be located in their records, saying she would only do so upon receiving their case numbers. Okay. There is a lot of similarities to something that we all know, the Senzo Meyiwa case. Silverton police station. I don't trust that police station with my life. And then the phone calls, when a police officer calls you for something else, then they deal with you. That's what Ntanzi suffered. And then being called to come to the police station and then they talk about something else. We heard all of that there. Guys, guys, do you know, even if Ket Matlala is a dangerous criminal, right? But now, if these things, as small as they seem, if these things are proven to be right, the case Ket Matlala is going to go in vain, guys. He's going to walk free. He's going to walk free because of stupid police officers who like to intimidate people, who don't want to use the straight way of doing things. the good way, the legal way of doing things. They always want to do things illegally, but ngamapolisa. Woo, Jehovah ingcwele. That's the problem that we are facing in this country. That's exactly what our country is. It's problematic because even criminals, when they get arrested, they know that they get dealt with criminally with those criminals who are wearing blue uniform. Because these people know their rights, and when they see them behave like them, they are like, I suka, we are the same. They're like, I suka, we are the same. Do you understand? Because tell me, why are the cops can't do their jobs without threatening and doing all of that shandy? Why can't they just do the things right, the correct way, and stop the nonsense? I hope these two people are not the only ones. I hope the hitman and the evidence is solid to prove that Matlala was involved in the who's this? Tebogo Tobejane mess. Yeah. Because what? I don't know, man. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? I will see you on our next video. Now, I'm just scared Guti Matlala is going to go free, whereas chances are he is a criminal that has never paid for any of his crimes. He needs to pay at some point. Others are paying too. Okay? What are your thoughts when it comes to this? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. I will see you on our next video. Bye-bye.